welcome everybody back to Slay the Stars and episode 77. Last time we had a very lore driven episode. We got to learn a little bit of interesting facts about uh, Zemenshar's blood when it mixes together, this interesting golden ichor that is created. Um, but we're going to take a step back from all of that because, as you remember, we went to sleep. And this episode and our next episode are going to be special because they're solos. And today, as referenced by the title of this episode, we are focusing on Zemira.
Hi.
So, Zemira, you went to sleep tonight, but you didn't go to sleep in your own room. You went to sleep in Char's room because Kai is in your room.
Mm-hmm.
And after you went in, closed the door, I'm assuming you took some time, wrote in your journal, prepared yourself to sleep as usual. Is there anything specific or different you wanted to do tonight, or did you just pass out after that crazy fight?
It's been a long couple of days. I think that stopping to write in the journal was about all I had in me, so I'm all tucked in, blanket up to my chin, in the hammock.
Yeah. All right. So, you go to sleep. You do achieve a long rest, and eventually you wake up. And it's kind of hard to tell what time it is here because there's not like a sun, there's no day-night cycle, but you feel well rested. So you wake up, you start going about your day as usual, writing in your journal, preparing whatever spells you were going to get ready for the day. As you go to leave Char's room, the first thing you notice is you walk out and Char is not on the couch where you left him last night.
Okay. Can I hear any, I was about to say, how early is it? We can't tell. It's the same all the time.
Yeah.
Can I hear anyone? Can I hear anybody moving about?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm so good at those.
You are.
Oh, I rolled an 18. Wait. 18. I thought it was a 13. It's an 18.
It is unnervingly quiet. Not only do you not hear anyone, you don't hear anything.
That's strange. Okay, I'm gonna kind of listen at my door, like to see if I can hear Kai in there.
You don't hear anything when you put your ear to the door.
Okay, so I know that this area outside of the rooms is like an open floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, an open floor plan is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Can I actually see the kitchen, or is the kitchen blocked off at all?
No, so you can kind of turn the corner and see the little kitchen nook over there.
Okay.
There's nobody over there.
I'll make my way upstairs.
Okay. You head upstairs, and as you are cresting the top of the stairs, you immediately realize that something is wrong because initially all around you was just this black sea of stars, and off in the distance you could see the little purple light that was Lyra, and you could see the golden shaft of magic that is the central hub of this plane. But instead, everything around you is this like deep purple, and as you watch it, it's like undulating. And when you glance into this like misty purpleness, you think you see movement. Long black tendrils of something.
Does it feel... I don't know how to say this without sounding completely cheesy, but does it feel malicious?
Very much so.
Okay.
The hairs on the back of your neck are standing up right now.
And how like thick and misty is it? Like, can I see the edges of the ship?
You can. The mist doesn't seem to like come onto the ship. This is more like around you.
Okay. And so is anyone on deck?
You see nobody standing on the deck currently.
I'm gonna try to go into Kai's like rooms.
Okay. You open the door, there's nobody in there. Nothing seems to have changed.
I'm gonna go back downstairs. I'm gonna open my door. And if there's nobody in there, as I suspect that there will be nobody in there, I'm going to go down into the bottom floor where the storage is, and I'm just looking for traces of anyone in my party.
You take probably a solid 15 minutes doing all of this, and you find nobody. You are completely alone.
Okay. So that's scary. Um, on the middle floor, whatever that's called.
Like the living floor, but the area, yeah.
I'm going to like sit in the middle of the floor, and I'm going to try to message Shar.
Okay. Just with the cantrip message?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you saying?
Are you there? Can you hear me? Where are you? Just as much of that as I can over and over.
In response, you get like this garbled static, and you can't make out the words, and you're not even sure if it's Shar saying something. And then there is a moment where the static cuts out and you think the spell has dropped, and another voice comes through. A male voice that you've heard once before when you touched the orb at the tower. And
Welp.
it says, "Why don't you come upstairs?"
Well, I'm not going to do that. Not yet. So I have all my faculties about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know that I have done many things in dreams before. So, in an attempt to see if I'm dreaming and like wake myself up, I'm going to like pinch myself really hard.
Okay. You pinch yourself really hard and you feel the pain. It hurts. But you're not leaving this dream space.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to find my familiar. We haven't seen Tora in a while.
Okay. Is she summoned right now, currently?
I mean, I don't think so, because it's been a while.
Okay. That is a wizard spell for you, I believe.
It is, yes.
So roll me an intelligence check.
Oof. 7.
You start focusing, and what does it look like when Tora appears? Is there like any magical indication, or does she just sort of like flutter out from somewhere?
I think she flutters out.
Okay. You're focusing and focusing, and she does not appear.
Interesting. So definitively, I don't know if that's like because I'm in my own head or someone else's head, I guess. Or if that's because she's being blocked somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay. So I think get out my pendulum.
Okay.
And I want to ask a couple of questions.
All right. Roll me that intelligence check again. But know that there is a penalty to doing it in here. I will describe once you roll.
Rolled a... Where are the dots? I rolled a 6. So that's 10 total.
That's no questions anyway. So, okay. What would your first question have been?
Timeout.
Okay.
We need to roll portents.
Oh, yes. Roll your portents.
I'm not re-rolling anyway.
Okay.
But I didn't do that. That's a nat 20 for one. And I think the 6 was the other one.
Yeah, I think it was a 6. So you've got one get out of jail free card.
Okay. Anyway, so my first question would have been, um, am I currently within a dream? Is probably how I would have phrased it.
Okay. And so as you hold up your pendulum, it is ramrod straight. There is no sway at all. And you've noticed, like, on this ship, you're not on the ocean, so there's no waves, but there's still that undulating, um, motion that ships make. And so, uh, in the past, when you've been trying to do these readings on the ship, there has been some, like, annoyance with that, but this is just straight. And then you hear that voice in your head just sort of like, I can answer that for you. This isn't a dream, Zemira. This is a nightmare.
I'm trying to not get like super freaked out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't really like if there's no one here. There's no one upstairs, there's no one downstairs, and like I'm currently safe, just freaked out. I'm gonna take a minute to like meditate and try to ground myself and like calm myself down so that I can make a decision about like what do I want to do.
Roll me a constitution saving throw. Or wisdom. Wisdom or constitution saving throw, whichever one you'd like to roll.
I'm gonna go with Constitution.
I thought that was better for you.
Oh my god. The die hate me today.
What is that?
That's a 2.
Oh.
So that's an 8 total.
You start hyperventilating a little bit. You're trying very hard to keep it together, but this is not good. And you hear that same voice come through and say, you thought you were in control because you've been able to deal with that bitch Adria. Well, we're not playing anymore, Zemira.
I'm going to put all of my willpower into staying on this floor.
Okay.
I'm not trying to go upstairs.
Okay. So this is what is going to happen. There is going to be a roll-off between his will and your will.
Oh my god.
To determine what happens in this moment.
Okay.
Okay. And so you can use either your intelligence or your charisma. I'm assuming you're going to use charisma because I think it's higher for you. And just make a straight charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Yes. $24.
24.
Oh, I did not expect that to happen. Okay. So.
Wait. Lies. It was 22.
Damn. All right. Well, damn for you, not damn for me. So, in that moment, Zem, you convince yourself that all you have to do is stay on this floor and wait it out, and eventually it'll end. Eventually you have to wake up. Eventually somebody will wake you up, and you'll be free. And then all of a sudden, you close your eyes and take a deep breath, and when you open them, you didn't even feel the teleportation happen. You are sitting cross-legged on the deck, staring directly ahead at the structure you built around the orb. And the door opens. The lock is gone. And out steps a tall man who looks very familiar to you. He looks just like Dalius.
You're not real.
What defines real, Zemira?
I do.
All right. Let's test that theory. And Zem, I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
Fuck me, man. I don't want to waste it already. God damn it. It's a 6.
All right. So you take 6 points of cold damage as these two otherworldly tentacles erupt out of the deck next to you. And you see that they look very much like the darkness that you saw moving outside of the ship. And one grabs each of your wrists and just pulls you down towards the deck. And he says, "If I wasn't real, could I do this?"
Maybe I wanted you to do that.
And he legitimately starts laughing. He's just like,
Maybe I have daddy issues.
well, that is probably true, but Zemira, you and I need to talk. And not the way you've talked to my sister, and not the way you spoke with Adria. I need your help to do something for now. And if you choose to do so, you can live. And if you choose not to help me, I'll kill you.
Where did everyone go?
I'll tell you once we're done having our conversation.
This is part of that conversation.
No, it's the end of that conversation.
That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they're all dead.
Well, if they're all dead, then you need me more than you're even saying, and I have no reason to give you anything.
Look, here's the deal. I don't want to play games, and if you refuse to help me, I'll still get what I want. It'll just take me longer, and it'll be more frustrating in the end. So, really, this is a kindness from me to you, offering to let you in to begin with.
You sound like some of my exes. You can fuck off.
Really?
A little bit. I'm like fucking shaking. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah,
oh god,
roll me
oh
a
god.
deception check to try to maintain this bravado.
I'm gonna do this. 19.
He's just like, you have spunk for a half mortal. Is that truly how you feel?
You're not getting anything from me.
All right, well, let's see if I can change your mind. And he walks over to the table that's up on the top deck where you guys have had dinner, and he sits down, and all of a sudden this like platter of food, there's like some grapes, some little biscuits and stuff, and he just like pops a grape in his mouth, and you're watching him, he like nods over, and you see just climbing over the side of this ship this large hulking mass that looks vaguely humanoid, uh, but is definitely not at the same time. Milky white eyes, pale skin, patchy white hair that clearly has fallen off, but large person. And he says, "Deal with him first." Oh, sorry. And he snaps his fingers, and your arms are released. And I need you to roll initiative.
Jesus Christ. 15.
That means you go first. So, what is your first move, Zem? This thing is probably 30 feet from you.
30 feet from me.
Yes.
We have not encountered this thing before.
You have not.
I'm gonna cast Fireball at 3rd level.
All right, that's a dex saving throw. That is an 18.
You pass.
So go ahead, roll that damage. I will take half.
Thank you.
Yep.
Nice. 36. 36 points of fire damage.
And with one attack, you mess him up pretty bad, and you see him sort of flinch back in and on himself, and you think like, ha, he's scared. I'm assuming you also stand up.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I should have
No,
said
you're
that.
fine. I just wanted to clarify. And you think he's like shrinking back, like scared, and then he pulls out this sword, and you notice that the sword reminds you very much of when Dark Shar pulled his katana out and it was that like darkness. That is what the sword looks like. And instead of rushing up to meet you, he disappears and appears behind you and is going to take 2 swings at you with the katana. But not the katana, the sword. The first one is a dirty 20 to hit. The second one is a 19 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
So that will be a total of 15 points of slashing, and then a total of, that was really good, 21 points of psychic damage as this feeling of impending doom starts to take hold. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm risking it. It was a 4.
Okay. You are now frightened.
Okay. Okay.
And it is your turn.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Is that a certain level? Do I need to make a decision?
It's a 2nd level spell.
I know, but like it doesn't make any difference what level I cast it at after
No,
that,
because
right?
if you increase it, you could do more targets. But in this case,
Oh yeah,
you have nobody else.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast invisibility, and then I'm going to. Do I have to actively try to move away when I'm frightened?
No, you just can't move closer.
Okay, but I mean he's right.
Yeah, he's right next to you, so yeah.
When you become invisible, I'm still engaged, right? We're still.
Yeah, you're still right next to him. You could move away right now, theoretically, unless he could see you, even though you're invisible.
Okay. So I don't want to like I don't know if this counts. I just want to walk. I want to move behind where I think this creature's eyes are, if it's clear where their eyes are.
Okay. As you rotate around him to try to get behind him, you see his milky white eyes track you.
Okay. Okay, so that was my movement, and then bonus action. I'm just fucked. So that's my turn.
All right. So he whirls around, focusing those milky eyes on you. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
That's better. Dex saving throw 17.
All right. One of those tentacles comes shooting out of the deck of the ship to wrap around you to hold you in place. But you manage to sidestep it, so it just lashes your leg and you take half a 6. So 3 cold damage. And seeing that he missed with that, he throws his hand out, his hand that does not have the sword out, and just kind of makes this waving motion. And underneath you, you just see this portal of darkness open, and you feel yourself fall. And then
But what if I cast for my reaction like a counterspell situation?
you can cast Counterspell.
I've never cast that before, so let's see how this works. I have to choose a level that I'm casting that at, right?
So it's automatically a 3rd unless you choose to upcharge it.
That spell so the DC equals 10 plus spells level. Is it the other spells level?
Yes.
Okay.
So if it's a 3rd or level, if it's a 3rd or lesser, it automatically fails. If it's like say a 4th level spell and you cast it at 4th, it would automatically fail. But if you cast it at 3rd and say what I was doing is like a 6th level spell, it would be 16, a DC 16 check for you.
Okay, and that's what I don't know, so I have to make that decision.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. You cast it, And I need you to make a
A
whatever
check.
check.
A thing.
Mm-hmm.
A roll.
Yes.
Fight for my life. What? I'm sorry. What am I adding to that?
Is it a sorcerer spell or a wizard spell?
Wizard.
Then your intelligence.
So, 22.
All right. You say no, snap, the spell stops. And he like makes this weird like gurgling noise in his throat in what you assume is frustration. And it's your turn. Also, you are now visible because you cast a spell.
Okay. Am I still frightened?
Yeah, you'll have a chance to save at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Wait, did you already take a turn since being frightened? You did. So make a wisdom save to see if you were unfrightened at the end of your last turn.
Wisdom save it's just 16.
Then you succeed and you are no longer frightened. So.
Okay. Is my celestial revelation a bonus? It is. Okay, so for my bonus action, I'm going to do my celestial revelation. Why can't I say that? Which will last for 1 minute or until I end it.
Okay.
I need it to succeed on a charisma saving throw. Well, I need to fail.
That is a 16.
The DC is 16.
All right, so it succeeded.
But I do get to deal an extra 4 necrotic damage now.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to summon Shadow Spawn, of Fury. I'm casting it at 3rd level. Oh,
Okay.
Me casting it, that was the end of my turn. I've done all of the things. Like I cast this and then whatever. It goes immediately after I do.
Yes.
It's going to do a Chilling Rend.
Okay.
So that is a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
All right. So,
sorry, because it matters. My shadow is on the opposite side, so like.
Okay, that's how I was imagining it, so that works. This thing hooks its hands together in its chest, and you see this pulse of energy come off of it. I need you and your shadow spawn to make wisdom saving throws.
Me? You said wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay, you succeed.
And the shadow? Woof. 4.
It's going to take 6 points of psychic damage as it is hit with this blast, which you are able to push out of your mind. And then it is going to take its 2 sword attacks.
I'm sorry, you said 6?
Yes. And it's going to take its 2 sword attacks, 1 at you and 1 at your shadow spawn. So the first one's coming to you. That is a 16 to hit.
I'm going to cast armor.
Shield.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
okay.
Thank you. I looked at the word.
You're good. So that misses. And then the second one's going for the shadow spawn. That was not very good. 15 to hit the shadow spawn.
That hits.
All right. So it is going to take 5 points of slashing and 3 points of psychic. I'm rolling trash. And I need it to make a wisdom saving throw.
Um, 13.
It is now frightened.
It cannot be frightened.
It cannot be frightened. So it tries to frighten it, and it cannot. And we are back to the top of the round. It's your turn.
Okay, so summon Shadow Spawn. I should know this, and I'm sorry. This is a concentration spell. I can cast other non-concentration spells, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have an intelligence saving throw, please?
That is a 17.
Damn it. Have as much damage. Okay, so I did Mind Whip. Tasha's Mind Whip. So that is... Oh, wow, I rolled pretty good. 13 points of psychic damage.
Is that already halved?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry, that is not halved.
Okay. All right. And for your creature.
We're gonna attack, so I get advantage. That is a 24 to hit.
All right, that hits.
And the damage is 1d12 plus 3 plus spells level. Where the fuck are the d12s? Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
I want a 12. So 15 plus spells level, that was a 3. So 18 cold damage.
All right. That was a good round for you and your creature. And at this, this person taking Dalius's form stands up and slams his fist down on the table. And for the first time, you see that like bravado that he was putting on start to slip away. And he's just like, I've had enough. And he like swipes his hand out, and you hear that creature that's standing between you and your shadow spawn just screech in this like otherworldly way. It reminds you very much of the creatures on Vela that were like screeching in the woods while tracking you and Shar, and it just sort of mists away. And he says, I've had enough of you, and I need you to make me another charisma saving throw. And make one for your creature as well.
Me motherfucker. So the nat 20 was the creature because
Okay.
I called it in front. You said wisdom?
No, charisma.
So I have a feeling this is still a fail, but it's a 16.
Okay. And your shadow spawn remains. You see its form kind of like quiver as he tries to just like hand wave it into oblivion, but it holds its form. But you were focused on trying to like keep your creature there. You weren't sure what was coming, and in that moment you go ramrod straight as you are being held in place. And he says, I'm gonna give you one final chance, and then we're done playing games and you'll never see your friends again. Join me or die. And in that moment, you feel like you can move your mouth. The rest of your body frozen. He's giving you an opportunity to speak.
Just my mouth.
Just your mouth.
I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just gonna like grin at him. Like, if this is what it is, I've made my choice.
All right. In that moment, Zemira, you...
Was that my turn?
I mean, this is your turn, yes.
I'm just asking if my shadow spawn has the ability to do anything in this moment.
Yeah, your shadow spawn succeeded, so it could do something if it wanted to.
Okay. He is going... The shadow is going to step in between me and the thing that looks like Dalius. I'm not calling him by his name. He can fuck off. And he's going to dreadful scream.
Okay.
So what that means is, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened of the spirit for 1 minute. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So he succeeds and he says, that's cute. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Me,
Yes.
not the...
No, just you. Actually, yes, no, I lied. This can hit multiple creatures, so both of you.
this motherfucker. All right, so it is... Did you say intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. It's rolled up, so it's a 16. I rolled a 19. And then I am the opposite, but I really don't want to fail this because I feel like I'll die if I fail. So, intelligence saving throw. I'm already frozen. What else can you possibly do? Just torment me. Intelligence saving throw. I mean, it can hurt. Can he deliver that much damage? I'm gonna risk it. It's a 16.
All right. So, in this moment, you hear this torrential, like, mumbling of darkness that gets louder and louder and louder, and then one of those screams, but it feels like it's coming from inside of you, inside of your own mind, and then you realize you're screaming as you are lifted up off the deck, and 57 points of psychic damage. How are you looking, Zem?
I'm dead.
And in that moment, everything goes dark. And the last thing you hear is him saying, "You really should have taken me up on that offer." And that's where we're ending this episode of Slay the Stars. Join us next time for Shore's little encounter. Maybe it'll be a happier time. Bye!
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.